Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do have a quorum, so I will call the meeting to order and take a motion for minutes in the agenda.
I'll motion to approve the agenda and the minutes.
I can second it. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so since I'm motion carried. Rich.
Thrust shoulders, we're still waiting on that. We thought that was gonna be done last week. They ran into some issues, but they did get some center line painted. They haven't done the edge line yet. I'll wait till shoulder is done. Hoping it's this week. Same with dogwood. They got the box covered and there's waiting to asphalt patch it. Hopefully that was supposed to be last week. Hopefully it's this week. Haven't heard anything this morning yet on it. So those are what we've got going on for projects. And then we put on here talking about the conservation building a little bit. Got a call last week. Moving all that dirt for borrow, we hit groundwater. So we don't have enough fill material to put into the engineering office and stuff like that. So they need to haul some in. So one thing Jason was asking me, and we put it on here to talk about, was change orders for that project. Do you guys want to approve that? Do you want to have me go through the change order process on most of the stuff that needs to be done? Do you want to set a price limit on it? This is going to be, I said, I think we ought to just haul material in and get it done. It's going to be about $7,000 or $8,000 change order. But it kind of wanted to talk to you guys about change orders a little bit, not wants, but needs on change orders. I mean, if it's something that it's kind of a little bit extra, we can talk about it with the board. But as far as construction goes, do you want me to handle that? Do you want Jim and I to talk about it, or how do you want to handle change orders so we can maybe keep the process moving? Because this one, if it was coming to me, I'd say, yeah, let's just get this thing moving and get material hauled in at $70,000 on $4 million. Isn't, it's a bigger deal.
Yeah.
So we don't want to make the ponds any bigger to get borrow. Can't really go any deeper.
Did they do the one out on the east side yet?
I didn't see that one yet, but
See, I don't think they hadn't last time I was out.
they've been hauling it from the north one and then they hit the groundwater. So I don't know if the east one's gonna be any deeper for groundwater, but I guess the question is, how do you guys want to handle change orders on this project?
I would just email it out.
Yeah,
We know
so we've got to
if
run.
it's something major, then we'll sit down and have that discussion. But I mean, to me, as long as we're just keep us in the loop on them.
If I see something drastic that's,
Right.
a pretty good expenditure, we'll talk about it. But I think this one,
And I'll just leave that on the agenda so it can
Then
be
you talk
brought up
about it.
every
I was
week.
just saying, to me, it's kind of if it's pertinent to construction, like you said, it's a
Common sense.
So we're gonna stop the
You
project.
can't stop for a week and wait for us to approve it either.
well, that's what I don't want to get into that either. So I mean, if it's something simple that keeps the project moving, if it's gonna be a big expenditure or something that is a little odd, I'll talk to you guys about it. But if you guys want, we'll just keep
We
processing.
can easily make individual consensus on it, and if that's the inaction, we can do it at the board.
Okay.
Right.
I'll try to make that.
Just keep us in the loop
Yep.
on them.
Okay.
Emails go a long ways.
Yep. So
You just can't do the Rich Brum ring or Rich Brum wing.
Yeah,
The West Wing.
there you go.
as long as it's not a memorial wing, that's
I don't see that coming yet.
I hope not.
Couldn't dig deep enough.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna hit groundwater before they get 6 feet.
How deep did they hit groundwater?
Well, it's not very deep.
6
One.
feet.
I don't know if it's 6 feet. I don't.
I can say they say the whole town of Northwood's got water on it now.
There's a water lens there.
Yeah, that's what Kenny always.
Thought it was
used to say.
online.
I don't, Kenny always used to talk about water that's under Northwood.
Well, we didn't think it was a good idea to change order a fountain and all kinds of
30 feet
stuff.
above.
Right.
The river, when we're perched and it's just, it's
That's
got
true.
lens,
Gonna
it's got
stock
lens
it?
of water that feeds down into the
Yep.
bedrock in the river.
Yeah, I noticed. I drove by there Saturday. I come through town and looked at everything. And I saw there was water in there, and I didn't know if it was just maybe.
I thought it was runoff too, but when I talked to Jason, it was groundwater. I'm like,
'Cause
well,
it had rained the night before, and like the top of the pad, everything around there was wet. And I thought, oh, maybe that's just rain, but I couldn't believe it. It's
So we're gonna put fish in there and put some.
right.
probably not big enough for
Harvey
a dark
board.
marsh, but
Yeah.
yeah. So anyway,
Okay.
we're still looking at, I'm getting going on getting a fuel station set up.
Good.
we're gonna need it before we're done. We might as well get the process going on ordering a system.
Well, I know you've been talking upgrades for a couple of years.
Yeah, and I think I don't wanna have to have fuel over there while we're waiting to get something here. So I'm gonna look at the equipment and whatever it takes. It's probably gonna be 200,000 or more. But I want to get that process. We're gonna get quotes on some things and have some people come talk to me about a good system. And get that moving, because if this is gonna be open, I wanna have fuel there too. That way we're not reliant on that site anymore.
Sooner you can get everything moved over there and we can.
Well, and I'll get some quotes on salt sheds too, so we'll get that, just get that part. Cold storage can probably wait, but if we wanna get operations, we'll get that stuff, so.
Okay.
All right, that's
Perfect.
all I got.
Perfect. Okay. Drainage. You got a couple bids on DD
Did you
too?
get any more?
I just have the two, the ones from Brian Helgeson and then A1. And Brian submitted a different one, so there's two in there from him and then one from
Did you
A1.
send them to us? If you did, I missed it. I'm sorry.
He just sent it
Okay.
this morning at like 7:00. That one was sealed, so I didn't know if you open it.
Well, that's the way they're supposed to send them.
Yeah.
All right.
Anybody else respond back that you reached out to?
There were two others. That they asked and they didn't get back to them quick enough and they said they were just gonna. Figured they probably had enough work.
It's getting that time of year where some guys might be scrambling to get their projects already on the books done. So
So we must have Brian has two different bids.
Yep.
One for 22,514, the other one for 49,380.
were we just talking of doing that north-south stretch
I thought that's what we were talking about, or Doug was talking about.
for now?
He must have,
The one that stretch there,
Yeah,
that'd be the shorter.
that must
shorter
be the
distance.
she said
shorter.
something about the first curve or
We'll
whatever.
basically have to where it curves and heads east. We're gonna stop there for now because Simon and everybody else wasn't too concerned
Concerned
about
about the rest
that.
of it.
So I guess if we clean that and then it causes a problem, we can just turn the corner and clean it
Because
in next year.
Which makes a pain about, there's a couple spots like, I don't know, so the interstate that needs to be dipped out or whatever, and then one guy was concerned about his road cross, or his field crossing,
Yeah,
which was
Chad.
Chad was, but,
And that's kind of on him anyways, the
right,
crossing would be, so.
so, but I guess, yeah. So anyway, Elliot's bid is to clean the bottom of drainage ditch in Heartland Township, section 31, Worth County, DD 263, approximately 5,280 feet. Low level spoils with dozer will clean when crops are out. Price not include any tile or surface pipes, which is natural, or seeding, and we'll measure and clean out when done, $345 per foot. So Brian is $424 per foot, if you wanna look at it that way.
Is the footage the same?
Should be at 5310, so within
5280.
reason,
Oh, yeah, I would think 40 feet, 30 feet.
so,
And that's just, yeah, it must be the north stretch, and then he did give a price.
yes, this would be the
That
other
was quite a
stretch,
bit longer.
which is, she's $3 a foot on that one, cause it's more, I guess, bigger footage, but sure. 16,460 that way.
All motion to accept both bids and approve Elliott to clean that north-south stretch to the curve.
I will second that. Any further discussion? And none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, post same sign, motion carried, have A1 do that.
So you just let them both know.
Yeah.
Yes, that'd be great.
So we'll do that. We're just gonna do that stretch for now, and then if the landowners up around that curve to the east
Thanks.
feel there's a need for it next year, then we can, or even this fall, whatever,
Yeah,
we can put it on, we can,
they decide they wanna keep going, we can have them I mean,
Right.
I would assume Elliot would be just a solid bit all the way across.
Right.
Probably, but, so,
we'll just deal with that as it comes, I guess.
all right.
Could we back up on one item? Did you guys get my email last week on, solar?
Yes.
Just wanna make sure. I'll look at that stuff. We'll try for that.
Yep, I was looking it over here this morning. so-
Okay.
And then that email you see on work order DD 23, Roughness was doing
Yes.
that dogwood.
Yeah, I was
So-
actually drove down and looked at it, and I could see the little bit of beaver dam that was there.
What happened, yeah, Beaver Dam got in there, something that he eroded the bank out and then dropped the pipe.
Yep.
So he brought all that back up and then just
Yep.
reattached the pipe, so
Yeah, he did a nice
should
job.
just be a repair on the main, right?
Yep,
So
that's
they'll-
what Colton said.
We'll probably, maybe during harvest, maybe we'll get requests for more beaver dams. I mean, you get one up there right that close to the road, which seems weird, but
Right.
it's,
Will that stay there then, or? do
Hopefully.
we need something?
yeah, it should. They're right. I mean, granted, another 6-8 inch rain next spring, yeah, it might wash it
We
out.
can get some vegetation in there yet.
Yeah,
Then it hopefully
But they got-
will.
riffraff around there and down further, and I mean, you pack the dirt back in, looks nice. Hopefully the grass will
Yeah. we
re-
need some vegetation
reestablish.
back in there.
But, yeah, I mean, I'd say anytime that somebody wants to practice fly the EMA drone. they can
Anybody
fly
wants
drainage
drone
ditches.
time? Oh my gosh, yes.
Cause then we could, locate beaver dams and have them taken out ahead of time, so.
Right. Yeah.
All right,
Full-time job.
yeah. Any reports?
Yeah.
We got claims.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
claims.
Pending
Did we
claims.
go over
Almost
that?
to approve the pending claims.
Pending claims, I will second that. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion will carry.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is
Clerk
clerk
report.
of court. Taking a motion to approve the clerk of court report.
You approved clerk court report.
I'll second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign, motion will carry. All right, any payroll today?
Nope.
Liquor?
Nope.
Okay. You guys are up.
Okay.
Card, you, one of them?
I'm not one of them, but I'll take a card.
Okay, perfect.
Yep, thank you.
Cindy and Michael.
And one of the commissioners or supervisors
Oh,
are his
you
dog.
want that?
Yeah, you probably needed to go fishing before fall.
I'll
He's
put
in
that
Canada,
over there.
He's out of country, so.
There you go, sir. Thanks.
Yeah.
My name's Don Brown. This is Michael Clancy. We own the business. And we dry out old buildings. You guys called us and said you're having some water issues.
Actually, I called Cindy
Oh, I do.
because I've been referred.
They
Washington
hear, they
County
hear.
knew Cindy and said, call her. Said you guys have a musty damp in the courthouse.
Well, at least down there, right?
Yeah, we got a little infiltration problem down there.
Oh, and in the brick walls.
Yeah, it's kind of a majority. It's an old building. And we need to try to keep it
Somewhat anyway, yeah.
environmental and employee friendly.
Right.
We do both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We handle the water that comes up underneath the building. And we're the only company in the United States that does this kind of work without hurting the building.
Okay.
So we're big in Iowa, we're big in Minnesota. We started in Minnesota, we live in Kansas now. We're all through the Midwest. We're expanding now down into Alabama. And we're gonna be doing their capital here pretty soon. We have a system, the technology is just amazing. Michael ran into it some years ago and came up and talked to me about it, and I said, yeah, let's go, and we just got into business.
Coming
And
up on our 10th year right now.
yeah, in our 10th year. But we handle the water that comes up under a building. The water brings salt with it. And the salt is a very highly erosive substance, and it will ruin the foundation of a building over a period of time. And we get rid of the water, we get rid of the salt, and as long as our system stays in the building, that salt and water will never come back. Yeah, so.
And I mean, we guarantee against the rising moisture that's coming up in the building, but truth be told is we dry out the whole building. Because this is our smallest unit, just so you guys understand what it looks like. You know, it kind of looks like a cake pan, but inside of this thing is a series of antennas and circuit boards that are tuned to a specific set of megahertz frequencies that break the bond of the moisture in the masonry. And it's not just the masonry, it releases excess moisture out all your historical documents, those big old tomes that sometimes get stuck together.
Yep.
Those, you can open those again. It's, of course, once you get rid of all the moisture, you're not gonna have mold growing, not gonna have that mildew and that musty dampness that goes on with when you got moisture present. So we don't get rid of the mold, but we get rid of the moisture, and if you get rid of the moisture, you get rid of the mold. So, and we guarantee it, you know, we're, is it 20 or 25% of the courthouses in Iowa now?
When we're up to almost 20%, yeah.
20, okay, so
Yeah.
20% of the courthouses, Winnebago, right next to you guys, we've been in there almost 4 years now.
Okay.
And if you guys wanna go over and talk to them and see what they have to say about it, we saved that courthouse. It was really bad. Their valuable document vault down there was nasty.
Yep.
Dry as a bone now.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna be speaking at they have a museum conference up in Aberdeen, South Dakota this fall. And we're gonna be speaking up there because all the museum people are gonna be gathering there. And we have found that, like Michael said, we handle the paper, all the, and the uniforms. That's why he's working with me quick. And all the old uniforms and all of the bric-a-brac that a museum collects. You have a museum here in town, 2-year-old courthouse, I think is probably a museum. And we just take that moisture out of all that stuff, and it's non-invasive. It's a very slow, gentle process, and we just love it. We love working with this technology because it's outstanding.
We basically have a lifetime guarantee on it.
Yeah.
So, but if your building never starts getting wet again, you're like, does it seem right? We'll come back, we'll replace it.
Yeah.
We've never had to replace it once. We've never been asked for a refund even once with a 3-year dry out guarantee.
How do you guys test and confirm that?
So I take some core samples. So I drill into the wall in a couple of key spots down in the foundation walls.
This is when we install our equipment first thing.
Yeah, so I go in about 3-4 inches, take that core sample, have a special unit that's real commonly used in the food industry, but it's a scale with an oven on it. So I weigh the sample, I close the door, it cooks the sample, dries it out, and then that difference between the wet and dry sample tells me the percent of moisture it's in there. And then I come back a year later, do the same series of tests, and again 3 years later to show you guys we dried it out.
And you pretty much will know it, especially the women. They will smell it. They have a better sense of smell, I guess, than guys do, and they will know.
But we tend to ignore things.
Yeah, that's right.
To be honest.
You're
I
right
wasn't
on.
gonna say.
I won't say anything either.
Not that we don't smell, we just ignore it.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Well, this idea of the old building smell that
Yep.
everybody talks about, it doesn't need to be there.
No.
Yeah.
And the old building will stay there, but the smells go away.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
So then we get it downpour 7 inches and there's 2 inches of water where we'll show you, once again, the water will recede eventually, then it just dries it out at a quicker
That's right.
rate. I mean,
It just
that's
keeps
what,
re-drying it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, when we first got into the business, the house I grew up at, my mom's house, we sold it now, but it was built in 1907 and it had an old cistern in it. Every spring we'd have 5-6 inches of water in the bottom of that cistern. And that spring after we put the system in, it was dry and it's never had a drop of water in it since. I don't know why.
So yeah, you're not even, so it's not taking the water down, you don't have to put it out to the sewer, the tiles
Exactly,
or
because
whatever.
it releases into the air and then the water, it's real deep in the wall, depending on how thick the walls are, just drains back into the ground where it came from. And it's so slow, it's not like it causes a flood or something.
Yeah.
So, like if we built a new building with storage for records and stuff, do you install these systems in new buildings too?
We
Like a
do,
slab
it's
type
a
of building?
preventative measure,
Okay.
yeah.
It doesn't have to be a building with a basement either.
No, absolutely not. Slab on grade.
Yep.
I mean, rising damp is a really unique phenomenon. It's one of the only instances in nature where where water defies gravity and goes up,
Yep.
besides the plant kingdom. So we've seen it, 16 feet above grade.
It's crazy. It just starts climbing the capillary system inside the wall and it'll climb until it can evaporate and escape out of the wall. And a lot of times, maintenance directors like, wow, we gotta put waterproof paint on it to keep the water from coming out. Well, that traps the water and now the water is forced to climb the wall until it can escape. And that's why you'll see it so high up walls sometimes.
Yeah.
So
We were up in Minnesota, there's a courthouse in, county, is that the oldest one? The oldest,
in Minnesota,
yes, just north of, anyway, in the oldest courthouse in Minnesota that's
Oh.
used.
It's still being used.
Yeah, it's near
it's just north of
Rochester.
you guys.
Yeah, it's just north, it's near Rochester,
Oh,
McMinnville.
okay.
In McMinnville, yeah.
What's the name of that county?
Not McMinnville.
Millville, okay, you're from Millville?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's it.
Millville.
Okay.
Yeah, and their old courthouse had rising moisture higher than we've ever seen it before.
Dodge County.
Dodge County, yeah. And yeah, we've had all kind, we've learned as we went. We knew it dried out the water that came up under the building, but that's all we knew at the beginning. But it does so much more than that.
Mm-hmm.
And it does it in a gentle fashion. When you do maintenance on these old buildings, don't put waterproof paint on the walls. It's not a good thing because these old walls have to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't build buildings like this anymore.
Yep.
These buildings are unique. And so this system handles that uniqueness really well and very gentle.
They explained to us by a guy that was doing some tuck pointing for us here. He said they did everything wrong by putting paneling on the walls and things like that.
That's right.
Because it screwed up what the brick and
Yeah.
supposed to do, which this will be better.
And people see the crud that goes on when you have rising damp, it makes the building look really bad. And they cover it up rather than handle it.
Yep.
And it looks better when they cover it up. On the other hand, it damages what they put on the wall
Right.
eventually. And yeah, it's a big expense overall. So
Okay.
this handles all that.
We just put the system in the Lynn County Courthouse down in Cedar Rapids.
Yeah.
And we want to put them in the what was the name of the other building?
The Oxley building.
The Gene Oxley building. And it's where they were keeping all of their county records.
Okay.
And it flooded. I forget what year it was.
Yeah.
07, maybe 08. Was it 08? And the whole town flooded, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so all of their historical documents were down in that basement of the Gene Oxley building. They had to move them all out. Well, because of the water and causes all the paper and those old documents to stick together, they paid a company $20,000 per one of those books to white glove it and get it so you could separate every page. And they did 2 books and spent 40 grand, like, they got thousands of them. They're like,
Mhm.
we can't do this. And then I told them that we did this courthouse, dried it out down in Tennessee, in Cannon County, Tennessee. And the county historian who'd been there over 50 years had all these old documents from the early 1800s. She could never separate and look at all these pages. I think it was a few months, 2 months after.
Yeah,
we put our
a
system
very
in there.
short time. It surprised the heck out of us.
She went to the commissioners, which are the supervisors down there. They call them executives. And said, I can open up all these tomes for the first time ever.
Yeah.
So we didn't know it did that till that time.
That's right.
So he looked at me and his eyes just went,
We got a
Wow.
cabinet we can test that on, cause I was told there was election stuff in a cabinet that's down there and I've never,
Never dared open it up.
no, I haven't.
It's scary.
Yeah.
because you don't know what might come out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pour out or whatever, I have no clue.
You don't, I mean.
And I have allergies and I don't
Don't need
know.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
we heard
is
that.
this is another thing that we have found out. You mentioned the allergies.
Mm.
We don't publicize this because the Food and Drug Administration or whoever runs that part of it would probably be all over us. But people work in these environments, and when you have rising moisture coming up, the place it starts to smell. There's a dampness to the air and things like that.
Things start to grow.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And so many of them have told us that they've gotten sore throats, they get headaches, they get their eyes start to itch and blah, blah, blah. And we put our system in, and this one lady said, it's all, I don't have this anymore.
Be nice.
And she says, the only thing that I could figure out that caused that is these things
Yeah.
that we put in at certain parts in the building. So, we have that a lot.
And
And
that's their feedback. We don't tell them.
Yeah.
They tell us that,
that's right.
which is kind of nice.
So, yeah, it's an amazing technology, and it really works.
So you guys need it in the old courthouse and this area, or where you
This
guys,
whole-
do you need it?
Well, this would be, I think we're not looking at the historical courthouse, that's owned actually by the historical society.
just be
Not saying they
this-
wouldn't want to, but
Right. But this
It might
one,
be
that's
something they
the
wanna look
original
at.
structure. Are we in the original structure?
no,
What about
that
the,
would have been the original courthouse back in.
Well,
the
that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
original, but what's this big one right here that you're connected to?
This is
Yeah.
a,
So we are in that.
yeah, we're in
That's what I
the,
thought.
we're in the
The
current
sheriff's
courthouse.
office, well, there was an addition that went that way, there was an addition that went that way.
Right,
And then the sheriff's office and clerk of courts on the north side.
Right.
So
And this-
we're,
Your original building here is 18 something or other, building 1890 or something.
I thought all these were built in the 1900s.
the main part is 18 something
Late
is on the
1800s,
wall.
and then they all grew it really fast, so the
That's
additions-
1938
Okay,
is
okay.
that side.
Okay.
so are you looking at this whole structure, everything connected that you need to dry out?
Well, alright,
That's where
you'd
you'd
have to,
start
wouldn't you? I
probably.
mean, it's all
I mean, that's
connected.
the way we like to do it. We tried doing a partial building once, but it just seeps in. It's just a weird
Right.
deal. You want to get all the moisture out of the whole structure.
Yeah.
And then would
So-
you ever go to like public health and the treasurer's office? and
Well, they have
stuff?
issues with a little moisture in the basement, and they got documents down there, and so I would assume you'd wanna do at least public health.
some places we know we're gonna stay in.
Yeah.
And this, we may or may not stay here, but we know we're gonna be here for a number of years yet.
Yeah.
Regardless,
So
yeah.
it's something that needs to be probably
Right.
taken seriously, so.
Yeah.
Well, and we're not gonna, I mean, this building's probably gonna stay here regardless of what we do, because the historical people don't wanna
Right.
lose
And-
another building.
And as long as the court system's here.
Yeah, the court system will probably stay here,
Well, we think our system will last 80 to 100 years at least.
okay?
It has no moving parts in it. It just stays there, and it's made out of aluminum alloy, whatever, because it's
Nothing can go wrong.
non-static,
Okay,
and it doesn't collect. It doesn't get static in it, and yeah, we haven't been in business 80 to 100 years, but nonetheless, we believe that it will do that, and our belief is based on science.
The next thing is cost.
yeah,
I mean,
well, I said you gotta look at the whole.
Right. Okay, good.
We'll do an inspection while we're here and get some hydrometer readings so we can see what kind of moisture levels you got going. But Don, I mean, I did satellite measurement before we came up here, and Don put together an estimate. I think we figured for the whole thing, for the add-on and the original, what'd you say it was?
Yeah, 24,000.
That's cheap.
And then is there like a ongoing maintenance
Yeah.
fee or anything, or just
You're
the one
just
and
done.
done?
One and done, that's right.
Then you guys will just come back and test year one and then year three, try to
That's right.
Yeah, it's all part of
make sure we're
all part of the cost.
functioning like we're supposed to.
Yeah.
I thought you said 24 was for the additional part. And it was 15.
Oh,
for the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
original.
Yeah, 15 for this building, the old building.
Because we didn't know what you guys were wanting to do, so he broke it up, the original two-story building.
Yep.
Which we figure was a little under 4,000 square feet, and then the additional wings, which was almost another 7,000 square feet.
Yeah, so that was
So-
24 and 30, yeah, it's 39,000 for the two. The old building would have been 15, and then the newer
And that was
part
done in like the
was another
80s.
20.
Yeah, but still, they've had issues there with different
Oh, yeah.
things, and it's,
We just handle all that stuff.
well, we'd probably want to go definitely look at public health, about the treasurer's building too, I suppose, and make it one total quote.
If
Would
you do
new
that,
office
we can,
building, like Rich and I's new office?
Well,
Cause with the drainage, I assume all the drainage documents are gonna end up in that vault there. So that's a concrete and block vault.
Right.
Do you just get ahead of it or do you wait? Makes no difference to me. I'm just
No,
throwing that
no,
out
you're
there.
right, you're
Or
right.
with
That's why I
that
said,
being in
that's
the
why I was
middle of the
asking like a
building.
new structure.
Yeah.
You know, the way you said it, that
New
would be
systems
for
of
preventive,
furnace
so you
and
never
air
have moisture
exchangers.
issues starting.
Well, and that's probably the proper way to do it.
It
isn't
is actually. We think these should be in every single building. My end game on it is to get it part of building code
Mhm.
and be endorsed by the insurance companies.
Well, if you can stop problems ahead of time, especially mold and
Exactly.
mildew and that kind of stuff, that's
That's
good
right.
for employee health, all that stuff, you know, going forward, so.
we found that to be true.
But I would say we wanna get a quote on everything if we're gonna pursue this.
Well, how many other buildings are you talking about?
Well, you got public health would be its own building over here.
I can
and
take
then
them
the
around
treasurer's
today
office
Yeah.
on
if
Main
you want
Street.
them today.
Yeah.
We're here, you know, came over the day.
For our office, it would just be the square footage and you could call it a home on slab essentially. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what it's gonna be.
It's just a slab building, but
Okay, is it a
It's not built
it's a
yet.
steel,
metal siding?
it's a metal siding structure.
It'll be,
You gonna have windows in it, I hope?
yes.
Okay.
It's an office building.
It's an
Okay.
office building, but we're a little central concrete vault.
And that'll be concrete, yeah. so.
Okay, then it'll work fine. Cause one thing is the system, the signal can't go through sheet metal, so as long as we got windows in there, then it'll work fine.
These go inside the building?
Yeah.
So,
I aim in the lowest floor as close to the ceiling as I can get. If I can't get it in a basement area, I put them on the first floor.
Okay.
And we can put them out in the open. A lot of courthouses we have right out in the main central area, cause they're not bad looking. Most people just think it's a lamp. This is our smallest one. I got a medium sized one on the car that I can show you guys, and then we got a real big one.
How many do you end up having in a building?
Well, this one, I just went on based off the square footage without actually doing, an eyes-on inspection. But I figured one of our medium-sized, one of these, and then two of our medium-sized and one of these for the rest of these areas.
Yeah.
So. It's five units I was looking at. They have this whole structure. Sure.
And while we're here, we can go over to the other two buildings that you mentioned. We can do an inspection of those buildings, get an idea of the square footage.
So it's just two others?
Well, most like I said, we would do the new structure, I mean, the building new, but there wouldn't be much to check out there, right, in square footage.
Yeah, right.
So treasurer's office and the sheriff's, those two downtown?
The reserves building,
That's
Yeah,
not our
which-
building.
that's not our building.
That's not our buildings, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
So just
owned by the
treasurer's
city?
office?
that's owned by the city.
Yeah.
It'll be up to them.
Okay.
So if you're getting rid of the moisture, what does that have to do, or how does that affect humidity? Because you still need a
Certain amount of humidity in these old buildings. with a lot of
Absolutely.
wood.
So our system is handling the moisture that's in the building materials.
Okay,
The HVAC system, ventilation, I don't know if you have splits in here, what you're using, but.
all kinds of stuff.
We got,
We got
Hodgepodge.
boiler for heat in this portion, forced air for heat in that portion. And then we've got
Splits upstairs.
splits upstairs for AC,
Okay.
basically, and yeah.
So essentially, we release the moisture out of the walls into the air, and the rest of those systems draw that excess moisture out of the air. So, and like a real common thing in a lot of the courthouses where they don't have ventilation systems in them, they'll put dehumidifiers down there.
Yep.
And then I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, you guys have any in your basements, do they run all the time?
Mhm.
You know why that is?
the cannon,
Because there's
They
water
can,
in the
right, not
walls.
always, but there's only so much moisture in there, and that's what dehumidifiers handling, but they just keep running. You'd think it sucked all the moisture out of there, why does it keep running? It's sucking the moisture through the walls out of the dirt on the other side of the walls.
Oh.
So those things will run in and out forever and continually pull moisture into that building. So when we put our system in, release all the moisture out of it, all of a sudden the dehumidifiers start running, we get people calling, saying, our dehumidifiers are broken, they're not running anymore. And we're like, well, no, your building's dry.
That new building, it's 3,640 square feet,
Okay,
so if you figure for that,
okay.
that's not built yet, but that's what it will
That'd be
be.
the office
Yep.
area.
And you want an estimate on that as well?
You can throw that in there too.
Okay.
When is that gonna be started and finished?
They're doing dirt work right now,
Okay.
so they'll be doing foundation work here probably for the next couple of weeks.
The completion date is Halloween next year, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But we just will have we're gonna put the money together, get ever decide to do this, we just will have it all done at once.
Yeah.
No use, or have at least all ready to go at once.
Installation may not be until next year on that one if we go that route, but the others should be done about any time.
Anytime. Yeah. I mean, especially with this wet summer, we've had plenty of water.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's been wet from here all the way to Oklahoma. So we're at Kansas City. We started in Minnesota, but we moved to Kansas City. So we're centrally located. So how soon would you guys wanna do it? We get you all the numbers you need.
We could,
As soon as we see the numbers,
I said we could,
if it's something we decide
he'll be
on.
back next week, right?
Yeah,
I believe.
Ina should be back
So
next
we
week.
can,
We can discuss it again next week if we have pricing by then.
yeah,
Right. Well, we have the pricing on this already, but we can go and get those other two buildings and just put together in a package.
Yeah.
Send it up to you guys.
I think it's, well, just like I said, this building's not going away, public health's definitely not going away. I mean, if we do build a new office structure out here for the elected officials, the treasurer's building would go away, but,
Even if we sell that
it's
building,
a selling point, I think. for any
Yeah,
building.
that's the thing.
Absolutely it is.
if we could have somebody walk in there and it show as a better building, dry, not that musty smell.
That's
get rid of
right.
that.
Yeah.
Then it's a selling point for us.
That's right.
I mean, it's obviously working in other courthouses if you're slowly gaining in the state of Iowa, because most supervisors are generally pretty tight on certain things.
Right. Well, we're in the Dallas County Courthouse, and we've inspected the Polk County Courthouse, we've inspected the Capitol. And
Okay.
they're in talks about it too, because
Well,
it's in
they have
rough
issues
shape.
too.
And we have the two big buildings over in Cedar Rapids.
Yeah.
They're big, very big buildings.
Yeah, it's on the
They built
islands.
that original, I don't know if you've ever been down there. It was comical to us, because they built the courthouse on an island. And
And the river floods.
the Cedar River goes right down on both sides of it,
Oh, wow.
and it's like a battleship.
It literally is the shape of a battleship.
Yeah, it really is amazing. And this courthouse sits right there, and
It looks like
I
the
thought-
bridge on the battleship.
boy, I tell you, somebody wasn't thinking.
Well, that was back when they built that, would have been before we farmed every acre up here and we tried to send as much water downstream as fast as we can.
Yeah, well, good for you.
So,
It does go down there.
It does go down there. It had to get pretty high this summer, I'm pretty sure. because
Right.
Yeah.
Several back-to-back large rains up here, so
Oh, they were in the flood line when I was down there doing the installation.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I think it,
And it never did, it never reached the crest that they thought it was going to,
right,
Yeah,
which they were grateful for.
finally quit, thankfully.
Yeah.
We get caught up, but
Yeah.
yeah, you can put the whole thing together for us.
okay,
Sure.
Just spelling out building by building for us and.
Yep, we can do that.
Yeah.
And you want us to run around and get some hydrometer readings right now,
Yeah,
or?
that'd be
I
great.
can take them
You can do
down
that,
here
Sam?
at least and then everywhere, and then I'll have them check in with Jackie before they leave, just
Yep.
questions and,
Oh, well,
cause
any-
Jackie and they'll be your main contacts.
Okay.
okay, good.
Do we have an email we can send the reports to
I
and
can get it.
estimates?
I'll get it.
You get
Okay.
Cindy, we'll get it, she'll get to us or
You
whatever.
guys,
Okay.
you guys have cards that we could have?
No,
No, I
we're-
don't,
we
sorry.
don't spend money, so we didn't.
I had some like 8 years ago, but they're all gone.
We got new email addresses.
I'll email guys and include
Yeah.
everybody, I'll include Jackie and all those.
Okay.
Oh, fantastic.
Sounds great.
Thank you.
Excellent.
All right, thanks.
Very nice to
Appreciate
meet you,
it.
sir.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you
Thanks for
bet.
coming up, see us.
We will, we can come back next
Yeah.
week
Thanks
and,
for coming.
Good to meet you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah,
thank you.
good to see you.
Yeah.
All right.
So, you want us to just check in with you next week, or how do you wanna do it?
Yeah, if you got
guys are gonna
everything
meet next
together
Monday
for us,
now?
I think we'll be okay, we'll discuss it.
Yeah, if you get everything together for us, just let us know.
Yeah.
We'll discuss it next week at our meeting when Enos is back, and then, we'll reach out to you after that.
Fantastic.
We're going down to Wright County. We'll probably do that today.
Yeah.
After we finish up here.
Yeah.
We're gonna go down to Wright County and talk to them.
Okay.
Yeah, another county right in this area that we're gonna do it before the end of the year is Hancock.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
They're right close by.
Sure.
So you're strictly doing a lot of governmental buildings, or are you doing private homes?
We have a.
Just curious
We do.
Interesting you mentioned that. We have a division that we've just set up
for that.
that we're gonna be doing homes. We're test marketing it in the Kansas City area right now.
Here, give you guys a couple cards for it, just say, this is our new company. And that's the residential Yeah, anyone else want a residential one?
I used to live in an old farmhouse, and when you talk about that salt, about the bottom.
Oh,
3 feet of
yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah, you can
basement,
see it on the walls, can't you?
just the calcium keeps coming out of the walls, and it's like a salty mixture. and it's
And
just-
Yeah.
my dehumidifier ran
I was
also.
gonna say,
Yeah,
yeah, it might be good for your, all homes actually, so,
yeah.
all right. Well,
And,
thanks, guys.
and, the cost of a house is considerably cheaper than the cost of.
Well,
a
sure,
building.
but, it's a long-term investment anyway. so,
Yeah, but if you wanna do that, we can make a package deal for you. I'm the one that does all the pricing,
Okay,
and, we can make a package deal for you, just so that, you're not spending $200,000.
yeah, we hear you, so,
Yeah.
all right, well, thank you.
All right, John.
Yep,
Thank
thanks,
you,
guys.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, anything else on buildings and grounds or maintenance while we're at it here? I think so, nothing there. Melissa, is she haven't been on today? I don't
Yep.
know. Go ahead, Melissa.
I'm just meeting with the Lake Mill City Clerk this morning, and then I'll be in the office today, tomorrow, and half of Wednesday, and then I'm headed down to Ankeny for PDI for the rest of the week.
Okay, what you sent us looks good. I thought it looked good.
Yeah, the only
You see anything in there?
maybe we need to specify on that is that lot 12 is
It's gone.
not ours.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then lot 6 down there in that south end. I know it's the photos we had, the pictures we have, but we need to put them in as sold or not available or whatever.
Okay,
Other than that, I thought it looked really good too. So I just want to specify that so nobody comes in and wants to try to grab something that's not ours.
sounds good.
Thank you.
You bet.
Thanks. Anything on water or waste right now, Jay?
Not right now, no.
Any department head discussion today? Any supervisors?
They are over here, at public health, doing the gutter work.
Oh,
just so
okay.
you guys know.
Good.
And then
I never did
Yeah.
talk to the guy.
and I will be out of the office Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday over at Clear Lake for classes. So still available by phone.
All right, Mark,
Yeah.
sounds good,
Thank you.
yeah. Thank you. Okay, anything else from department heads?
I've got, they finally found somebody to mount the new tower camera on the tower here. The old one was like 8 or 9 years old. Needed to be replaced, and so I think they're gonna use a lift truck or something.
You didn't want to climb the tower?
No.
Come on. I'm sure that's in your job description.
Yeah.
We'll look that over.
I'm with you, so go ahead.
Certainly the last time I hauled those cameras, I cut the wrong wire.
Whoops.
Definitely. Any supervisor comments? I'll just put update on workforce development. I'm kind of thinking right now, we're probably just gonna stay our own region the way it's on, because a couple of other regions were getting pretty aggressive and thought they were gonna take us over, I think.
Oh, we get that all the time.
Yeah.
Little counties up here
Well-
just want to take us over and forget about us.
Yeah, so I think as of right now, we're not saying we're giving up discussions and things, but it's gonna probably go that way, but we're okay. And, so yeah, we had a nice little quick meeting the other day, so.
How many counties do you have in your
20.
region?
It's 22. It's basically the same region
It's like
as what
the
we
old-
were in the mental health region.
It's like the old mental
You
health
know,
region. We
but
had that
For the
whole
most part, we
direction.
get along better than we did in the mental, we didn't have a person like was running the mental health over there that was basically destroying us at the time, so. But yeah, otherwise they're doing good. Anything for next week's agenda? Not that I can think of. We got stuff on there right now. So if not, motion to adjourn.
I'll motion to adjourn.
Second. Meeting is adjourned.